Hello, beautiful Earth Angels. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite, transmission number 41. What are chords? I'm delighted to be here with you today. An energetic chord is formed when fear enters a relationship. Chronic or mysterious pain can be linked to draining energy cords. Energy cords are normal, and we all have them. You may be corded to not only to people, but also to places, situations, objects, or even memories. The angels say that when fear is ready to release, it shows up as pain. Your angels are assigned to keep your energy field clear of negative or toxic energy cords so that you can be the angel receiver you are meant to be. You can never sever the cords of love. My intention with these transmissions is to gather us earth angels together, to wake up, to spread your wings, to shine your light. It's by healing the pain, the issues in the tissues, the traumas. Of course, when we gather together, we are more powerful. And with all of my offerings, I want to offer a space of transformation, that you come one person and you leave another, that you leave transformed. In these transmissions, I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, for practices to heal your pain with angel love, an angel meditation or activation to help you to trust your intuition, to relax and cherish your body, and to receive your next level of angelic pain relief. For those of you who are new to my work, my name is Jill Kempner. I'm an angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help my clients do is heal the pain in their bodies, the issues in the tissues, with the love of the angels. Part of my medicine is to offer the transformation that happens when you understand the angelic perspective of your pain. And that's what we do. And that's what we work on, using energy medicine and oracle cards and crystals, and connecting with your beautiful soul and your angels. So if you're ready to receive your next level of angelic pain relief, I am here to help. And so, of course, I want to welcome everyone who will be here live today and all of those who are connecting with the replay, to be surrounded in a circle of love and compassion and miracles, and angelic protection in all directions of time. So around each of us individually, around this whole transmission. And a happy welcome. Hello, welcome, Marie. Welcome, Lauren. Good morning. Happy super full blue moon. I don't even know how to say it because it's got a really long title. I guess it's a super moon, but it's also a blue moon. And what a blue moon means simply is that it's the second full moon in a month. And in the same kind of calendar month. And so that is one of the energies that we are experiencing right now. We're also experiencing Mercury retrograde. Laughing because totally forgot that I'm taking the car in to get a tune-up today, and my children's car, and totally forgot. So yeah, I'm going to be driving back and forth figuring that out. And then I just laughed. It's Mercury retrograde, of course. And so I want to just take a moment to thank everybody for their love and prayers and support, their energy work, and all of the healing energy everyone's been sending me and my family, as I go through the tragedy of losing my brother. It's obviously an intensely painful and emotional time for me. I'm feeling very tender, very vulnerable, very raw. But I also know that that's how I'm a better angel receiver. That's what I teach in my book. That's what I teach. And I feel like I'm getting a really big initiation into that. So thank you for those of you who have been on this journey with me, and for your love and prayers. And I hope that, my authentic voice will inspire your own healing. And that's my intention. So, wanting to talk about the blue moon a little bit and what that means for us as earth angels, right? You're a highly sensitive, highly intuitive soul. And this potent blue super moon, this full moon is a portal. And it's this portal that illuminates the cords, right? The cords of pain and codependency. It's shining a light on our shadow parts. I had a big shadow revealing yesterday, um, and it was painful, but also necessary. And it's also shining a light on our gifts and our medicine and our talents. It was so interesting how we're in these accelerated times. And so I was shown a part of my shadow, and it was really painful. And then within a couple of hours of using my tools, I realized I have so many tools. I can transform this. I can heal this. I can see this. And it was really powerful. And part of how we see it, right, is La Luna is up there, literally so close. The super moon means it's closer, super close to the earth. So we've got this, powerful celestial body supporting our healing on many, many levels. Hello, welcome. If you're here, say hi. Um, this full moon is amplifying your intuitive channels, which strengthens your angelic connection, right? So that's the gift of the power of the moon and the moon cycles is this amplified intuitive ability, the ability to see, feel, hear, know, sense, and trust your angels' loving guidance, your angels' loving support. And it's true, when our heart is broken open, that's when the light pours out. That's when the light pours in. Um, and this particular moon, because it's coupled with like a bunch of I don't know if there's 5 or 6 planets in retrograde right now, including Mercury. There's an opportunity for a completion of a karmic cord, of a karmic pattern. And that's what I'm talking about today is healing, seeing those cords and healing them. And so what is an energetic cord? It's an etheric cord, right? It's energy that's created by fear, right? And the truth is, we all have them, right? When fear enters a relationship, a cord is created. It's an unhealthy attachment to, often at times it's a person, but not always. I'm learning a lot about the layers of how cords work, that drains you, right? It's something that's not serving you. This is something we want to clear and release. I think they can look different to everyone. I've seen them look sort of like like a tube. I've seen them often look like roots or tree roots. I've seen chains, in binds. So you want to honor your own clairvoyance and your own intuition about what that cord might look like for you. Um, they may be the cause of mysterious or out of the blue pain, right? When fear enters a relationship, a cord is created. So if someone's having fearful thoughts about you, towards you, they're sending you cords. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to judge. I will say, judging the cord is only going to make it persist, right? What we resist, which is judgment, persists. So the process I'm going to show you today and then go deeper on tomorrow in the blue moon cord cutting, will support you in healing these cords, and learning the blessing and the lesson from it. This is something that was interesting to me because I often thought about cords to people, and what I've also come to understand is that we can have a cord to a place, a situation, an object. I mean, that kind of resonates because you're like, okay, I could be corded to this object. Oh, someone took my ring and I really want it back, or whatever it is. Or the car or whatever, but also to memories. And when the angels showed me that or taught me that, that felt very important because And I think of, gosh, so many now that my brother's crossed over. I mean, obviously there's been signs that he is safe and well, and that that's about the only thing that gives me peace right now. There's a lot of unrest and emotions in my heart. But the memories, and I know that, there's this prayer that many people say, may his memory be a blessing, may his memory fill you. And, right now there's a lot of painful memories. He had a very hard and difficult life. And at some point I'll be sharing more about that. But the purpose of what I'm saying is, gosh, I'm remembering his traumatic car accident. I'm remembering sort of what led him to that, the difficulties, the challenges, the struggles that he went through. And I'm ready to cut those cords to trauma and cut those cords to those painful memories so that he can be free and so that I can be free. And I've got to show, there's more I want to share, but I've got to tell you this because I just love the synchronicities. So I was feeling really kind of vulnerable. My parts were feeling vulnerable about getting on live because I know I'm like super raw. And I pulled a card and I asked, how can I just be my soul on this video? Because that's what I want. I mean, yes, I have wounded parts right now. I have parts that are sad and hurt and upset and all the things. But my soul is whole and my soul is 100%. And so you're not going to, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I didn't even remember this card was in the deck. So from the magic of the unicorns, I pulled my own self a card because I was like, like I said, I'm feeling tender. From the magic of the unicorns, which, oh my God, I love this deck so much. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. Number 4, uncord relationships. I mean, if I needed a synchronicity, right, that I set up this, cord cutting class for tomorrow night and this cord cutting YouTube live, today, it says, let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. And the thing that happened yesterday that was like showing me a part of my shadow, that's right away, after I went through kind of the layers, I realized I just need to forgive, myself for the mistake that I made. And I was able to be honest with the person for the mistake that I made. And I couldn't tell you how free I felt. I was like, I mean, it still is painful to realize you did something hurtful or judgmental. There's still that, but it was like I have to be honest about this, and grateful that I was shown that part of my shadow so that it could heal. And I know that's what's going to be healing, is all the judgment that I've had on myself and other people, and knowing it's a protector, but also knowing it doesn't serve. And so this beautiful energy of forgiveness washed over me last night into this morning, and I'm so grateful for that. So back to the cords, right? Often the cords, we were talking about it being being corded to people, places, objects, situations, memories, which I think is can be so powerful to cut those and release those, right, in love, in compassion, in gratitude even. But also it can be the cause of unexplained emotions. If you have a cord that's not serving you and someone sends you a hit of negativity or hatred or pain or fear or just their own fear, right? Their own worries, their own wounds, we can have as empaths, right? This flood of like, what is this anxiety? What is this pain? What is this sadness? It doesn't even feel like mine. So it can be a cause of unexplained emotions. But again, it's nothing to be worried about. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to judge, right? We can just stand in our sovereignty, stand in our power, our independence, and clear those cords. And here's the thing, we're not only clearing them for ourselves in our own healing, we're clearing it for them in their healing, which is so cool and empowering. But this is perfect, right? It's your responsibility to cut cords that aren't serving you, right? And that oftentimes will be to the closest people to us that we can have cords, and unhealthy cords of codependency. And it's our job to clear our own energy field. But the good news is we're not doing it alone. We have the help and support of our beautiful angels, and the angelic realm. And so remembering, when we cut This is so important to name, right? When we cut the cords of fear, pain, or codependency, we never sever the cords of love. Actually, when we release the non serving cords, wherever they are in our body or energy field, we strengthen the cords of love. We strengthen the strands of love, and can help us to be better angel receivers, can help us to be better channels of the divine and of our true self, our soul. Um, and gosh, I would love to just sit here and read this whole book to you because it was so cool, this uncording relationships. And I mean, I literally was like, wow, it's like, no, the angels are here and the unicorns and the divine. But to get that card and that message today to validate my own knowing, my own truth was really powerful. So the types of cords, and there could be more, but I sort of want to name these three that are here right now, and I'm open if you come up with something as well. But we can have the cords of absorbing or rescuing. I have those sort of together. They probably are their own separate category, right? Of the cords, hey Bea, the cords of absorbing, the pain, the wounds of others, or even of our past. And then we can have those cords of rescuing. Oh gosh. I mean, sign me up, right? Rescuer Jill. Did it most of my life with my mom and my brother, sometimes with other friends and people. And it's been this whole process of unpacking. That's why tomorrow, the blue moon cord cutting is cutting the cords of pain and codependency, because that was something that I really struggled with. And I think on some level we all do, but some of us have it more intense than others, that codependency and that rescuing, wanting to save somebody, and gosh, I had sure had two, challenging family members that felt like I needed to save them. And it was definitely a journey of releasing that. There can be cords, which is a little more like psychic attack cords, right? Those can sometimes show up as even like psychic attack weapons, like a knife or a dagger, a spear. Oftentimes those are from past lives, but they can be from this life as well. I want to say this. If someone is sending you this, they're most likely doing it subconsciously or unconsciously. It's something unhealed within them. It's their own fear, it's their own pain. And if I could teach you anything, it would be to know that the answer to that is compassion. The answer to that is forgiveness. And first, for yourself, to have self-compassion and self-forgiveness. You don't have to forgive them, you have to forgive yourself. And from that space, the energy of forgiveness will be in your field and will heal that wound. Also, this simple 4-step process I'm going to walk you through right now will also assist you in releasing these cords so that both of you can be free, right? It's not one or the other. No one's better than anyone else, right? We're all equal. We're all on this journey together. And I hope part of my job is to relieve some suffering that that we go through, partly from these cords, right? Thank you, angels. And then there's the past life vows and contracts. That's coming up real loud for me right now as I go through the grieving process. What I signed up for, what I agreed to, what my mom and my brother signed up for and agreed to. And those can be cords as well, of contracts and vows and decrees, oaths that we've made. So wanting to be so mindful of that, especially if we feel triggered in a moment, to watch what we say and how we say it. My mantra right now is no one is getting my anger. And that's a personal thing right now, but I know it'll be a universal thing at some point. And so what makes us vulnerable to cords? And then we're going to go into the cord cutting. Fatigue, exhaustion, emotional overload, which, right now I'm there's a vulnerability, right? With the emotions being running really high, overstimulation, right? Too much TV, news, amusement parks, caffeine, I know. It's like caffeine, really? I really like caffeine. Actually, I can't, it's funny because I can't stomach caffeine. I like caffeine, but I can't stomach it anymore. It's unfortunate. But probably for the best. Grief. It's so interesting because this is an old list that I had that I pulled because I've already taught this class before, something similar years ago. And grief, and it says painful, tender time. And I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, right. This can make us vulnerable to cords if we're not working our spiritual practices. Busyness, of course, trauma, right? Trauma, oftentimes what we can have is a trauma bond, right? That codependency that we have with someone else is can be because we had a trauma together. That's what happened with my mom and my brother and I. We had the trauma of my father's murder, and we had those trauma bonds. Um, and I'm so grateful for all of my teachers and my guides and the divine for leading me on this path of healing, and then saying, guess what, you're also a leader and you're going to step up and share this as well. Thank you, Bea. Judging others. Now I know why I have a bunch of cords. I say that lovingly, self-lovingly. Okay, that is a big thing I am working on right now is suspending judgment, releasing judgment, purifying the judgment that I have had on myself, but also on others. And that can make us vulnerable to cords. And then anything else, if there's anything else you want to name or share, please put it in the comments or the chat. If you watch this later, put it in the comments if something comes to you, because I feel like I'm always adding to the list, but I think that's enough right now. There's a lot that can make us vulnerable. And I want to add, when I add the caffeine, substance abuse can make us vulnerable to cords. It's something that it can be a struggle for so many people. It was a struggle for my family, some of my family members, and me as well. And so I recognize that. And so we're going to step into the space. I'm going to share the steps of the cord cutting, and but also want to invite you. So tomorrow night, Wednesday the 30th, I will be offering a blue moon cord cutting. And I want to say that whether you're there live, whether you're here live or listening to the replay, whether you are going to be there live for the blue moon cording or cord cutting, or you will connect with the replay, all of the energy of the medicine of the full moon and the retrogrades and the healing and the potency of that and the power of the group, because I feel the angels are calling those brave and courageous souls who are meant to be there, who are ready for this level of healing. And I know that there's been so much surrender for me and just trusting, because I haven't had much chance to promote this offering because of my brother's passing, and just trusting this is like this is another level of surrender for me that's happening. And it's from 7 to 8:30. And yeah, we're going to use the power of the group, the power of not use, but connect with the power of the group and connect with the power of the potency of the full moon, right? La Luna up there in the sky, shining down on that most depleting cord. And that's what I'm going to invite you today to be aware of, the most depleting cord that you're experiencing right now. Tomorrow we'll be able to do more cords. And of course, we'll be gathered together in that container. But if you listen to this now, a year from now or 5 years from now, all of the energy, it's going to be perfect divine timing whenever you listen to this. So it doesn't have to be the day of the full moon. And that my offering tomorrow is over Zoom, so there's going to be a replay, and you can listen to that as much as you want, right? You can fast forward to the cord cutting piece and use it as a weekly meditation, a monthly meditation, maybe a daily meditation for 21 days, whatever it is. So I wanted to share that and invite you to that. And I'll thank you, angels, for reminding me. I'll put it in the comments, the link to that. It's only $38, and I would love for you and your angels to join us. And so let me just take a sip of water. I have my blue sage ready. All right, burn it. Burn it for us, Bea. I appreciate you saying that and reminding me of the sacreds. So thank you for that beautiful remembrance of the medicine. I have my Archangel Michael the selenite wand right now. You can see how big it is. It's about the size of my forearm to my hand. So I've got my selenite wand to cleanse and clear the energy. Yes, it is. Thank you, Bea. I wanted to make it as affordable as possible, but still have a level of offering. And 38 is actually an 11, right? When you add it up. So that's why the angels gave me that number. Plus we're in the 8th month, and this is the month of karmic healing. And so, I hope you'll join us. Okay, so step one, so I'm going to go through the steps. And I also want to say this, I have these steps as an appendix in my book. So yay. I mean, it's one thing to be able to read it and go through the steps on your own. There's another to be able to be led like you're going to be right now, and then also tomorrow on a deeper level. So step one is to devote and lead with your heart. What does that mean? You're devoting to receiving love from your angels. You're inviting your angel team to be there. And you're asking, right? What is the most depleting chord? If it's to a person, you'll make a heart connection to them. Step two is relax and surrender. Practice non-resistance, accept and observe the chord. This step 2 and step 3 can sometimes take a while. You don't want to rush those steps, but really observing. This is where we step back into our observer place, into our soul, and we just observe the chord, right? The color, where it is in the body, all of that, how it feels, and all of that. Step 3 is to receive the blessings. This is about recognizing the gift and the blessing from the chord. I will tell you, the only way to fully cut a cord and completely clear that is to learn the lesson. And I mean that in the most loving and gentle and compassionate way. What lesson am I learning from this chord, right? It's so similar to the practice of release and lead with your heart, where, to fully release that pain, right? We have to understand what was the deeper meaning. What's the angelic perspective? And then step 4 is to release and cut the cords. And that's where we say, it is done, it is done, it is done. And then we call on Archangel Michael. Sometimes you can use your own hands in front of your body to cut the cords if you feel like you can. You can use a selenite wand. You can just use your inner vision to cut it. And there's something else I say. Oh, it's right here. So, it's like declare, command, affirm, or state, it is now done. And then, we welcome Archangel Michael. And I've seen a lot of other cool things. I feel like the unicorns are here. Sometimes there's dragon medicine. Sometimes there's a fire, a violet flame. You can use multiple tools to, fully surrender it. But that doesn't work unless you learn the lesson. So let's do a short little cord cutting right now. For all of you that are here, all of you connecting with the replay, and all of you that will connect with the replay, because this will be, this offering is part of my legacy of love, my gift to the world, and thank you for receiving it. And so closing your eyes, if that's available for you. And if not, you can just soften your gaze. And just taking some cleansing breaths, feeling your body and soul, how much they love and cherish each other. Feel and welcome your angels here cherishing you. And let yourself trust you're exactly where you're meant to be. Breathe and tune in to your energy body. Feel and see your roots of light sinking through your legs, through your feet, through your Earth Star chakra, deep into the heart of the earth. We root to rise. So feeling so grounded in this moment, in your body, and through your breath. And as you root, tune in to the chakras, those beautiful angel receivers. letting them open and be illuminated by La Luna, by this amazing super full moon, this blue moon, illuminating your energy body, illuminating, amplifying your intuitive abilities and gifts, and feeling so safe, feeling your aura blessed by Archangel Michael, blessed by the unicorns, blessed by your soul. And of course, all of your parts loved and welcome and heard and held. So, hello, welcome. As you breathe, we step into the energy of devotion as you bring your hands to your heart. So, either bringing one hand or both hands, or just your attention there. But I will say that it's very grounding to make the connection between the hands and the heart, the hands and the physical body. And you're going to say, I am devoted to receiving love and compassion from my angels. And just let your heart open to your angels' love. Let your mind align with divine mind. And in this moment, allow yourself to receive your angels' devotion for you, their love, loyalty, and enthusiasm for you. Their deep compassion. They are so proud of you. Your soul, your angels, the divine are so proud of you. I'm hearing that really loud and clear. Thank you. And so maybe you know what the cord is. Maybe you're very clear. Maybe this is the first time you've ever heard of this or wondering about it. And wherever you are, it's perfect. And so if you feel that you're corded to a person, you can make a heart connection, right? Devote and lead with your heart. So making a heart connection to the person, the place, the situation, the object, right? The memory, make a heart connection. So your heart to the heart of that person or situation or memory, right? The love that's at the core of it. And then you can ask, what is the most depleting cord? And just ask, what is the most depleting cord? What cord is depleting me the most right now? And I want you, this is an opportunity for you to trust your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner truth, your inner vision. Perfect. Step 2, relax and surrender. So this is a moment where it's just soften, right? Soften your muscles from your bones. Relax your emotional body. Breathe and relax your mind. This may feel incredibly emotional, and that's okay. You are loved. You are held. All of you are loved and held, even the parts we most resist or despise or struggle with. Good. Breathe. Let your mind relax. You don't have to figure this out. Don't let a part hijack you and try to figure out the part and analyze and all that. This is not that, right? We're practicing non-resistance. We're accepting the cord. We're observing the cord. We're allowing the cord. I feel a lot in my heart, but I also feel it in my gut. So I'm focused on the gut because I've had a lot of stuff there. That's where I feel, and I'm sensing the cord right now. And the angel's confirming that for me. And so just observe, right? What do you see? What do you feel? Where is it in your body? I know I named, for me, it feels like the gut. I literally have ileitis, which is inflammation of the ileum, which is part of the Crohn's disease. And it's a little flared right now. So just notice, where do you feel it in your body? And it's okay if you feel a lot. It's okay if you feel just a tiny little bit. But just going back to that one chord, right? We're just going to clear this one chord, right? The most depleting chord. And that's something I learned from my teacher, Lisa Espinosa. And I thank her for that. And this, again, this step can take a little longer. So just being mindful that step 2 of relax and surrender, while you're in this space of observation, noticing the color, oftentimes I've seen this in the past, kind of like a slimy kind of tar-like connection or chord. So honor all of that. And again, I feel like the angels, like, they're like, trust, right? Trust your what you see, feel, hear, know, sense, and smell in this sacred moment in time. This is the moment to trust and let yourself receive um the divine downloads. And I know, if anyone knows how painful it is to see your shadow, I do. And so I have so much compassion if there's something you're seeing that, is revealing, right? That's what the full moon does. It brings epiphanies and revelations and deeper awarenesses. And so letting all of that happen with so much grace, the grace of your soul, the grace. And so your guardian angels are stepping in. And we welcome, again, your beautiful angel team here. Of course, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, feeling Archangel Metatron, welcoming all of your unicorns, the unicorn healers, and all of the ascended masters and divine beings who can most serve you. They are here. Good. Thank you. And so step 3 is receiving the blessings. So this is when we ask. So we ask in the beginning, well, what is the most depleting chord, right? We want to know where it is. We want to observe it, practicing surrendering and non-resistance, right? We're just accepting. Oh, of course I have this chord, right? Of course I do, right? With so much compassion and self-compassion. And then what's the lesson? What is the gift of this chord? What am I learning from this pain, this codependency, this judgment? What is the deeper meaning here? What am I learning? What is the miracle? What is the gift? And just breathe and again soften, because you may not get the answer right now, but you will. Ask and you shall receive. And you will receive it when you are ready. And we do want to prepare our hearts and minds. That's why we pray. That's why we meditate. That's why we work with the oracle cards and crystals, right? We're preparing our body and mind, our energy body, to receive the answer to our prayer, to receive. And so I'm feeling this cleansing, it's a whoosh down the front of your body as you release resistance. Release the resistance, release the pain, release the codependency. I feel it kind of from the top down. It's almost like a French press, where you press down. And it's interesting because the angels are guiding us to inhale our arms up and out to the side. And then slowly exhale and bring your hands. This is a Qigong move. Bring your hands from the top, from the crown. There you go, down the front of your body like a French press, all the way down, 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 down to the earth. And you can just let your arms relax. Beautiful. Thank you for that, angels. And just let yourself receive the compassion of your soul, the compassion of your angels, the gift of that, the deeper meaning of that, and the willingness to receive it. Oftentimes we'll receive it when we're doing the mundane, washing the dishes, driving, walking the dog, taking a shower, and the everyday is one. And often water is a big conduit for our intuitive downloads, right? So just breathe. So step 4, release and cut the cords. Now, understanding too that um, if you're still working, here's what the angels are saying. If you're still working on forgiving, if you're still working on understanding the deeper meaning, know this, you can cut the cords right now. And if there's still more to learn, it'll come back at a lesser level, and then you will cut it again, because we often have to learn in layers the lessons. And so thank you for that divine download, angels. And we are going to cut the cords. And so we declare, command, affirm, and state, it is now done. This cord, this trauma, this karma, this pain, this wound, this codependency. Yes. And so Archangel Michael is stepping in with his sword of light, and he is sweeping and combing your aura. So let this happen. Visualize Archangel Michael with his sword of light cutting the cords between you and this person, situation, memory, or object, whatever it is. It's all perfect. Affirm it is done. And thank the other person. Maybe it's a person, a situation, a memory. Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for these blessings. Thank you for the miracle that is unfolding. I ask that all of this pain and wounding and codependency and fear be turned into a miracle, and the deepest levels of self-compassion and compassion available to us in all directions of time. Beautiful. And so Archangel Raphael coming in and working on that space where the cord was cut, placing his beautiful, miraculous green healing light, the emerald green ray of rejuvenation and healing into that space, kind of like when you have an open, tender wound, and just placing that on there as an extra support of healing. And so thank you all so much for your beautiful medicine, your beautiful energy, your beautiful light, your engagement. I'm trying to put this down. Thank you. I'm going to pull a Sword of Light card. This is the deck that I worked with yesterday in the Oracle Monday, because it just felt so right to work with the Sword of Light and Archangel Michael for this blue moon. Plus, we're talking all about cutting the cords, and the angel to cut the cords is Archangel Michael. He is the angel, the protector angel, right? The angel of strength, the angel of courage, the angel of guidance, the angel of protection. So he's the perfect angel. He is the cord cutting angel, right? And so we're going to ask the question. Did I put the other card in the deck? Yeah, oh no, here it is. This was my card today. How is it that you are feeling safe to cut the cords of pain and codependency? And we'll see what Michael is saying today for you. Ooh, I have chills and tingles all over my whole body. Hi, Eric. You're welcome. Change is coming. Oh, that is true. Number 7, I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. And doesn't it feel like that so much? Like the change is coming because the healing is here. The transformation is here. The unfolding of your medicine, of your gifts, of your power, of your dharma. That's what's unfolding right now when you say no more, right? Actually, my card today from the guardian angel deck, Lauren, you'll laugh about this, is no. And I was so happy when I got this, because part of what I was sharing earlier without the details is a part of my shadow was shown to me yesterday. And, I had to ask for forgiveness and admit my faults and all of that. But the no came up today, like, no, I need better boundaries, right? It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So, and step into the spotlight. So for you and all of us, change is coming. The change that comes when the deep healing has occurred, when the transformation, when the cord is cut, right? When the cord is dissolved completely, and you've learned that lesson, and you're wiser and stronger, and you're in your spiritual mastery, and all of that is happening. So think about change is that healing that's happening, and that transformation that's occurring. And so this was so powerful. Again, I know I've said this before, But I want to thank you all for your love and support, and keep it coming. The love, the support, the prayers, the healing energy. I realize how many people I've attuned to IET and Angel Reiki, and so grateful that there's so many amazing healers out there to support me in my time of grief and loss, and through once again another trauma and tragedy. And so working on clearing that karma as well. So I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And if you're not signed up for tomorrow, there's still space for you to join us for the Blue Moon cord cutting. And I can feel the power and potency of it, and proud and happy to be a leader of that tomorrow evening. And again, I thank you for your love and support. So mwah, I'll see you all later. Namaste. I think that card, I like that card now. Yes, you've helped me to work through the true meaning of it. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Lauren. Marie, thank you. Eric, Bea, everyone else who is here, all of those connecting with the replay. I love you all. Mwah. Namaste and love. Bye.